Is it gravity or are we falling in love? We fall, I guess we're falling in love.
Welcome back to today's video. So I'm sorry that I haven't posted in a while, and this is a up-to-date version of what makeup I use on my face. I'm sorry for the state of my eyebrows. The woman at the salon has overlined them so they look a bit weird. If you hear my dog in the background, it's here, that's why. Now, this is also a kind of a first impressions video, and I am just going to be doing some reviews, some reviews on what I'm doing, and then I'm going to be time-lapsing me actually putting it on. So I think I should get into the video before my intro goes on for forever. So let's get into the video. So first I will be using the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick in shade Y215. This is the second lightest shade because I have very fair skin, as most people know. So for this, I seal still on. Just gonna take that off. Oh, I've already ruined it, kind of. Right. So I'm going to be doing just a sweep there, sweep down here. She said to. I've got a few songs like that, so I know that looks a bit weird, but it is going to blend out nicely. My look as I'm walking in and out of the bedroom, and it's annoying me. Woo! And in between my eyebrows. So, and I'm just going to be using a damp beauty blender to blend this through into my face. Get out of my leg. Like so. So that is blended into my face just about. So from what I can see, it is very full coverage. But you still can see my freckles through it. But I think that where it actually does show my freckles, it actually looks okay. It blends out really smoothly, and it goes on really smoothly as well. So out of 5, I will give this a 4 because it isn't as full coverage as I would like it to be, but I really do like it. So now I'm going on to concealer, and I have just bought today the new Revolution Pro collection, and in this it is the Pro HD Camouflage Conceal Palette. So this is what it looks like inside. I love the size of the mirror. I think it's very good, and I also like I like how it uses different shades for different skin tones. This is for light. This is actually the light conceal palette, but but that is it. This was £6. The Makeup Forever foundation stick, this was £31, and this was £6. Quite a lot of the Revolution stuff is very, very cheap, and it's really good quality, so I would definitely recommend getting Revolution. So for applying this, I'm going to be using a Rio 16 brush, and I am going to be using the, sorry, I reflect that because it looks better. I'm going to be using this mixed with this colour underneath my eyes, and wait, let me think, this and this colour in between my eyebrows and on my chin to cover up all my spots, so it mixes in with my foundation as well, so it looks a lot more natural. So I'm just going to do that now. So I'm going to just take a few swipes of this and a few of the yellow tone below. See if it's actually got colour. Wait, let me get the box. I just checked on the box here. It doesn't actually have names for the colours. This is the packaging. I absolutely love the packaging. I think it represents, because it's called the Camouflage Conceal, I think it represents that. It's really nice, and it's really nice in between the green and the gold. And I like how it's metallic a bit. So I'm just going to be using this mirror, and I'm going to use that underneath my eyes. So as you can see, it goes on very, very smoothly. I recommend using the bigger brush because it does take a while. And I need quite a lot. I always use quite a lot of concealer. So, also, I would also recommend when you're getting, if you're thinking about getting concealers, I recommend getting them in a palette, because in palettes, it's a lot of, you can have them for a lot longer. I'm just going to do both eyes. Ooh. I blended one out a bit more. Put the on the side. And I'm also going to be using that in between my nose. And so I'm going to be blending that out. Now with a damp beauty blender, again, I don't know where I got this beauty blender from. I don't know what make it is. It's an old beauty blender that I have got that gets regularly washed. And it's very, very good. I do not know where it is from, so I'm sorry about that. Right, so anyways, the foundation was from Debenhams, and all the other things that I'm about to put on, the Revolution and stuff like that, that is all from Superdrug. And Superdrug is a very good place. I think people now are starting to get makeup because of the brand name, and it isn't very good. But the only thing is, when you go into Superdrug, there is some very, very good makeup on for cheap, especially now it's in sales, so go get some. This isn't sponsored by Superdrug either. Now I've blended in my under eye concealer, I am going to be using a darker shade. So I'm going to be mixing these two shades here. And this is going to just be concealing spots, blackheads, or like scars or anything. Like anything you want to conceal around your face other than your under eye and your eyebrow. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be using the same Rio 16 brush. And I'm just going to be taking a mixture of them. And I'm just going to put some here. And then I'm going to be putting some on my chin. And some in between my eyebrows and up my forehead. So I'm just going to blend those out again. And that's just going to create a smooth look, a smooth looking thing. Now all my concealer is blended. My rating out of 5 for the Revolution Camouflage is 5 because it blends out nicely, it goes on smooth, it has a very good range of colour. Like, I know that this is the light palette, and like I was discussing with my mum earlier that she'd use the medium palette because she has darker skin than me. But some of these shades actually will have her skin tone on them, and I like how these have got a very nice range and how they are suited to different parts of your skin. Yeah, so 5 out of 5 for those. Right, so now I'm going to be going on to cream contour, and this is again by Revolution. So this is the Revolution Makeup Ultra Cream Contour Palette. Duh. And this is again, actually no, this doesn't have them, this is all the same. So this is the colour range. Alright, I'm going to do it like that. Right, so this is the colour range. And for my contour, I like to use this one. So I'm going to be using the Rio 13 brush, and I'm going to be just applying some to it, and I'm just going to go so I'm going to go onto my cheekbone. So there it is on my cheekbone. Then I'm going to do it up my forehead in lines. And make sure that you get it in near your hairline. Not in your hair, obviously, but near your hairline, because with doing it, you don't want the bottom half of your forehead nice and bronze and then the top being pure white, then that is not good contouring. And I can't really say anything because I'm also going to be using a lighter shade, which is this one. And I'm going to be using that to contour my nose. So I'm going to be contouring there and underneath, and this is to make your nose look a lot slimmer. I'm not saying that every girl has a fat nose, and I'm not saying that I have a fat nose, but this is my perfect nose. So this is my contouring, and I'm going to be blending that out again with a damp beauty blender. Still don't know which beauty blender it is. And yes, I do love the mirror in this one as well. It's very, if I can get it open, it's a nice big mirror that covers the whole palette and not a tiny one, which is actually very, very good. So I think that they've done that well. I'm just going to be blending that out to a T. So I am now contoured. Sorry, my phone died. So I've done my eyebrows off of camera because I take a lot of tries. And I use just a mini tiny bear brush because I can't find my other ones. So now I'm going to be setting my face with the My Perfect Colour Pressed Powder by P&S. It's just cheap and it's actually pretty good, but it isn't. But I wouldn't keep your hopes up for it because sometimes it can turn you orange. So I'm just going to apply that to my face. I'm not really over where I contoured, but that's just to give it a quick set. It doesn't cover over any like contour or anything, it just sets my face nicely. This shade is in, it's some cool sand. So my face is literally nice and set now. I did all my underneath as well. So this time I will be using two highlighters. This is my old triple baked Summer of Love highlighter, and by the same company, I Love Makeup. I have got the Unicorn Heart highlighter, and I'm just going to be using a Rio 19 brush, and I'm going to just quickly run over it with this, again using this mirror. I'm just going to put it on the top highest parts of my face, and it isn't going to affect it, just quickly. And then now I'm going to be putting it in my Unicorn Heart one, which is it's very greeny toned and it's very blue toned, and it does make so if you don't blend it out or if you don't do it right, it can look quite silly. That's why I'm very careful with my highlighter. That's why I use two, just to make sure that this one has a nice glow. I'm just going to do it down the bridge of my nose as well. That's it. And on my cupid bow. So that is everything. I might actually go in with my finger because sometimes it's just nice to go in with the finger just to give it a nice dimension, then blend it, which I'm going to do now. I'm not just leaving 2 marks of highlighter on my face, but you can see how pigmented that is, like that. And I'm just going to be using the same brush. Oh, so it's nicer. Remember, if brushes don't work with your highlighter, just use your finger. It's just a lot easier. Right. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed seeing my face routine. I will leave... actually no, I won't leave anything in the description. Maybe the prices. I might leave the prices in the description if I can remember them. I hope like and comment what you think of the video and what videos you want to see in the future. So that's everything. So bye.